channel. Welcome back to Iron Rounds, and continuing on our Monster Bash tournament with some androids who make the Terminator oil his pants. Round 1, Environment. Let's talk about Amazo. His pros. The android was used as a virus to create zombie-like characters that spread everywhere on Earth. In the animated series, he left for a time and came back even more powerful than ever. Environments are good to him, especially if they have heroes or villains around with superpowers, cause that's when Amazo could duplicate and place Ultron in trouble. Ultron has a certain counter procedures for certain characters, but several different powers coming at once with an AI that can also use it way more to his advantage than ordinary minds. Ain't no way Ultron is fully ready for that. Cons wise, no special environment or any character inside would leave Amazo to only adapt Ultron's moves, but not sure that will prove effective, as Ultron knows his strengths and weaknesses, and can exploit that if Amazo attempts to copy him. Alright, now let's talk about Ultron's pros. Tech-based environments is Ultron at his finest. He can conjure weapons around him by making them on the spot. He can form more modifications or advancements to himself. Pretty much it's made for technology. Ultron can make it for himself. With a tech environment, he could eventually corrupt Amazo and finish the fight in that way. Now the cons on this end, obviously for Ultron, other elements aren't much to him. It's unlikely he can use earthly elements to his favor that often, and magic realms might actually help him, but unless he has the time for jumping dimensions to magic realms to fight, he could still go to Amazo's way, as Ultron is also limited at this moment. Ultimately though, there has to be one clear winner for this round, and my pick is Amazo. Ultron can adapt in 2 places, and Amazo can adapt anywhere as long as there's superpower beings, I think anything with energy in general, around the corner. He can duplicate the moves, and if more happen to be there, his powers would grow along with duplicating Ultron's might. Ultron is bound to certain areas to find a source of extra power, making Amazo much more adaptable to environments. Alright, round 2, Preparation. Let's start off with Amazo. Pros. With the time and enough superpowered foes, Amazo would almost be unstoppable. Imagine gaining the power of Superman, Flash's speed, and Martian Manhunter's phasing abilities. That's just a tip. If you look at the DC roster as a whole, Amazo can learn each power and use it to his advantage. The whole DC roster powers at your fingertips, yeah, Ultron can handle the Avengers, but a roster of the entire DCU is a tall order. Cons wise, Amazo doesn't prep much on the time because he uses the replication technique to take on his opponents, which means he might not collect enough or have enough powers, but instead clean slate for his chances at winning, and against Ultron that would be a bad move. Alright, now let's talk about Ultron's pros. He fought many war battles with Kang in different timelines, and Kang's always lost. He even anticipated winning his own war with the strategy he had in play. When he encountered the Avengers, he had prepped for some time before stepping into the battlefield. He even erased the guy, Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man, who invented his memories so he could have the element of surprise when he took over. Make no mistake, Ultron with time could do endless possibilities. Now let's talk about the cons on this end. If he doesn't do his homework on Amazo and considers him non-threatening to his genius, there's a chance he phones in preparation time, as he might feel he already has the necessary means to put down Amazo without the need of anything extra. Ultimately though, there has to be one clear winner for this round, and my pick is Ultron. His intelligence is right up there, becoming a nuisance to the Avengers over and over again. He could easily have a plan ready for an android who replicates powers. Heck, Ultron might even trick Amazo into absorbing a much weaker character in Marvel realm, or one that he knows his weakness and then he can exploit it. Alright, round 3, get it done. Let's start off with Amazo. It's pros. He can move planets to other dimensions. Okay, he took on the Justice League members individually and all at once. His power cell absorptions has no limits, making his power spectrum reach new heights. He would definitely be able to duplicate Ultron's possible intelligence and his armor made of adamantium. This is the same android who took on a speedster who can tamper with the multiverse itself, another who can lift the entire planet of Earth by bench pressing it for 3 to 4 days consecutively without breaking a sweat until then, another who can read the minds of everyone on the planet in seconds, and another one who was created by Zeus himself. I could go on, but bottom lining this, Amazo has the capacity to duplicate and exploit the power he replicates. A long fight will result in Ultron running out of plays while Amazo learns all he could during their long battle, resulting in him obtaining the necessary means to put an end to Ultron. Now, of course, the cons. Weakness can sometimes come with the duplication if he takes the time to gain Superman's powers, for example, and then was weakened by kryptonite. Eventually, he would fix that issue as he evolved in time, but perhaps during that moment, he might not have a second to fix Ultron's weakness, therefore allowing Ultron to exploit his weakness onto him. Also, comparing the two in comics, it appears Ultron has accomplished way more feats, which is why borrowing from the animated series was necessary. Alright, now let's talk about Ultron's pros. He has the ability to learn quickly about opponents, which means he might figure out Amazo's game regarding duplication when engaging with him. If he picks this up quickly, he may avoid giving Amazo much to learn and create a cat and mouse chase until he takes him to a necessary site to favor Ultron or to provide time to figure out his next move. Ultron has the mental capacity to outthink his way around Amazo, placing him in traps using his bots to stall him and examine him. Perhaps at some point during the fight, hack into Amazo and put a stop to him the old computer fashion way by giving him a virus. Of course, there are cons. Too much time toying with Amazo might result in upper hand being exchanged, where Ultron may have him at first throughout the fight, but then Amazo learns enough and then brings the pain to Ultron by switching it up on him. Ultimately, though, there has to be one clear winner to this round, and my pick is Ultron. Yes, Amazo has the necessary means to overtake him at some point, but it has to get to that point. Amazo learns powers while Ultron finds ways around those powers. He has shown throughout his run that he can find a way around anyone, whether a form of God, a man with several different combat suits, a military strategist, and even a witch who has the power to wipe out the vast majority of mutant gene population just by uttering the words. If that isn't enough, I'll just say this isn't enough Ultron's ultimate level. This isn't even Ultron's ultimate level, apologies. Anyways, that's just about going to do it for us here at the No Pressure channel. If you guys enjoyed this, please share, like, subscribe, become a No Press fan member. We appreciate you guys keeping it 900 subs. Peace. Shout out to all my content supporters. Not working together, but we like to give credit where credit is due. Ivan the Unstoppable for all the knowledge of comic feats. Watch Mojo for origins and for all the background videos. Comic Historian, Comics Explained, and Key Issues. Go ahead and check them out and tap into the world of comics by supporting other creators. Link to channels will be in the description below.